Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we have the Jeskai Standstill build versus Jacob on humans. About this pesky monkey. He's got a Karakas, so that's actually going to Ragavan's progress. Back to hand. Versus Saga comes down along with Ragavan. Champion of the Parish on the other side. Creature that can get pretty big. Left unchecked. Bouncing the monkey, and now another Urza Saga. Not really the ideal land drop there. Gonna miss out on constructs the way this is looking. First Sentinel gets Force of Will, and Wasteland takes out an Urza Saga, but it can activate in response to make a construct, likely the first of many. Willing to trade with the construct. Ben declines. See which one ends up getting bigger as this game progresses. Interesting. Not pushing through the extra damage. Could have used Urza Saga to make another construct. Not sure what the mana is being held open for. We'll see. This also does open up to Wasteland. If a Wasteland was played, that could have been in a tough spot. If he fetches end of turn, Jacob could respond with a Waste. You actually cannot respond to Wasteland being played. It doesn't use the stack. So if Jacob had a Wasteland and played it patiently, could have been a problem. No matter what, you end up losing out on value. You have a end of turn construct during the upkeep, making another construct, and then going to the draw and getting a Retrofitter Foundry. What a massive amount of value created by Urza's Saga. All of this value, we got 12 power on board, plus a Retrofitter Foundry, which will create even more value in terms of bodies and buffing the constructs. I mean, just an incredibly powerful card. Now we have Value's Lieutenant. 2 counters for Champion of the Parish, 1 for his ETB, 1 for Value's Lieutenant. For Sentinel. Oh, I don't know about that. Feels very much like Ben is the beatdown right now. He has 12 plus power on board. That 4/4 Champion of the Parish, I guess, I don't know. It's actually in chump block territory at this point. Servo could be created. I see. A servo is created, making all of these constructs even larger. And yeah, Jacob just packing it in. That was a terrible situation. Those constructs just work so well together. It can unravel pretty quickly. Cards like Swords to Plowshares and Abrupt Decay that are timed well can potentially shrink the whole team. But Urza Saga puts a whole new speed to the construct creation. In the past, we had, Scion of Urza, the Karn Scion of Urza, Planeswalker from Dominaria, and Urza himself. I mean, there's been ways of making constructs, but none of them quite as rapidly and as, I guess, cost-free. I mean, you're talking about a land in your deck. It's just so minor, the cost in terms of filling the slot. If anything, it's almost like it doesn't even count as a slot in your deck because you need to run a mana source anyways. Just unbelievable how strong Urza's Saga is. See how it plays out over the next 2, but Jacob's certainly going to be happy that he has Wasteland to at least try and contend with that. There are a bunch of other ways to deal with it. both Blood Moon and Blood Sun completely destroy the entire Saga land plan, eradicating them as Sagas have some interesting rules text on them. Essentially, if you're at the final stage, you are sacrificing it, and since it has no stages, you're just sacrificing it. I think that's an accurate way of describing it. If someone has a better way, go ahead and put that in the comments. Spreading Seas and other cards probably will see more play in Modern than in Legacy. A championship playmat on the right, Join or Die. 4th of July tournament here, actually on July 3rd, but 4th of July weekend. What an incredible turnout we got. Actually 30 players. Not expecting that. Right up to capacity in store as far as how much space I had cleared away. Any more and we would have had to start. I suppose I had room for 6 more before we started putting more people per table. Very comfortable. 30. Every weekend, going to have big in-store events moving forward. Cavern of Souls into a Aether Vial. Cannot make the Vial uncounterable. And able to stop that. Champion of the Parish. Not making it uncounterable. And Mom is the one that Jacob decides must resolve, uses Cavern, get that down. And if that is not taken care of right now, Mother Runes actually could provide some problems. So as we saw, constructs could certainly overwhelm the board. The Mother Runes ready to block and kill Ragavan if need be. Another Mother of Runes. Foil. There's his Legacy foil. Beautiful. And this one is countered. And Ben able to make great use of his counter magic despite a Cavern being on board. And happily trading the Thalia's Lieutenant for the Ragavan. A pair of Wastelands now. Absolutely decimating Ben's mana base. And Mother Rune's actually getting aggressive now, turning sideways for 2. A good read from Jacob in terms of not getting punished. Noble Hierarch and now swinging for 3. And this is not what Mother Runes is designed to do. It's a very dangerous situation. Any removal would easily handle the Mom, but Ben actually scooping it up. Argue quite a bit early there. Not liking the taste of that at all. Mother Rune's just slapping the taste out of his mouth. 3 damage at a time, like a elderly delver. Kind of chugging along on the ground there. Ben said he's seen enough. Wants a better crack at game 3. You love those sleeves. Those have gone way up in value. Dragon shields can do quite well. Oh, and a Multa 5 for Jacob on the draw. This is not where you want to start. Aether Vial. And that is a good opening sequence. Wasteland and Aether Vial can potentially slow Ben down while speeding up his ability to deploy threats. Got a Thalia. Ben brainstorms in response. This sticks. I mean, Jacob is playing this pedal to the metal. He's on a Mulda 5. He is hoping that Ben's hand just doesn't have the right answers. Oh, and it's a Daze. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Esper Sentinel. Put in. I do not love that sequencing. I can't think of a reason to not put the Esper Sentinel in first. Ben would have needed to pay extra mana for the days. And lightning bolt afterwards. Yeah, no, that's not clear to me. Towards the Plowshares takes out Mother Runes. Urza's Saga comes down, and despite having no creatures on board, this is feeling very, very bad now for Jacob. This Urza's Saga could produce quite a bit of value. Champion of the Parish comes in. Gaddock Teague, not really at his strongest in this matchup. Fifthkin Advisor has some synergy with Persistent Petitioners. We'll see if that ends up being a legacy deck at some point. And Teague turning sideways. Another Vial, not what you want in this kind of crucial juncture of the game. Jacob's completely hellbent. Pair of 2/2s created. Then turn into 3/3s. Living Needle able to shut down Aether Vials. Man. Absolutely savage power. And another Urza's Saga coming down. Wasteland able to take that out. Very impressed with Urza's Saga so far on the channel. And absolutely staggering. Don't know what the best shelf of the deck is, but it does feel like a mistake thus far. Swords to Plowshares on the double block. So Jacob all in there, blocking, trying to take down one of the 3/3s with 3 power on his side. Ben happy to accept the block and then exile one of those creatures, leaving the other to die a horrible death. And Jacob scoops it up as Urza's Saga just completely overwhelms this Humans build.